politics lead, former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, a prominent Democrat who has hinted at his Oval Office dreams in 2028. I think he's also a CNN commentator. He is making his thoughts on the gerontocracy that we have here in D.C. In remarks made yesterday here in Washington, Mr. Emanuel said, quote, across all three branches of government, 75 years, you're out. That's the proposal he's making. Clean it up, all of Washington, and when you're 75, you can't do that in the military, you can't do it in corporate America, you should not be in government at all. Thank you for your service. Up and out. Our panel is with me. So that is blunt, Joe. Do you agree with it?
Well, it's not true that it's not allowed in corporate America. It's allowed. It's allowed in the military under certain circumstances if you're a general officer. Now, whether it's a good idea, I don't know. But ultimately, look, as a conservative-leaning guy, I would say it's a voter's choice. Voters decide if they think a person is within or beyond his or her prime. And so I would say, you're not going to get the broad support if it's seen as disproportionately helping one side or the other. It's going to have to be grandfathering people in, which is going to kind of defeat the purpose, which again leads me to my point, let the voters decide.
I also think there probably would be constitutional challenges about it, but
yes.
As long as we're just talking theoretical. So right now, there are 45 members of the House and 17 members of the Senate who are 75 or older. What do you think?
Well, for one, let me just say, people are always for this when they're not in office. And when they get in office, it gets a little harder to let go of power. I think we've seen that play out a few times. Look, I agree with Joe. I think it is for the voters to decide. Obviously, there are very real substantive reasons, given how we run elections, why that actually doesn't. It's not always a fair race, right? I mean, people get prevented from actually even challenging some of these folks. I'm for it. I think that at a point, it's just good to get new ideas.
Oh, so you're for the 75 up and out?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, nice.
I'm also with his brother, though. I'm not looking to live much longer than 75, so I know that's a whole other discussion.
That's a different Emanuel. That's Zeke Emanuel.
Exactly.
So, I mean, look, here in D.C., we have a delegate, Eleanor Holmes Norton, civil rights hero. People love her. She's 88 years old. She got scammed earlier in this year by people pretending to be with like an HVAC system or whatever. And the police report, according to local NBC, said that she was in early stages of dementia. She's still running for re-election. And I think the point is, of people like Rahm, nobody wants to say this out loud, is that voters aren't paying enough attention to know that.
Right. So, look, we like to say age is just a number until it's not. Joe Biden at the debate that you anchored, that was obvious. I would say the NATO countries right now are looking at Donald Trump and they wondering, just saying, is it Iceland? Is it Greenland? I actually think so. My mother's going to kill me. She served on senior status on the bench as a judge in New York till she was 87. But the retirement age there is 70. You have to be certified to keep going.
Turning to New York, where a judge is tossing out the boundaries for New York City's only Republican congressional district. He's ordering state officials to redraw the map on the grounds that it unconstitutionally, in his view, dilutes the vote of black and Hispanic residents. Jamie, this could be a big setback for Republicans trying desperately to hold on to their very slim majority. I think that's Congresswoman Malliotakis' seat. Represents it's a lot of Staten Island and a little bit more of some of the other boroughs.
Look, we're seeing this across the country. This is, I think we're going to see hand-to-hand combat, state by state, because at the end of the day, Republicans and Democrats see holding the House or taking the House as existential.
And Maryland is following New York's lead. A commission led by Maryland Governor Wes Moore is recommending a new congressional map that targets the state's lone Republican in that state in the House. CNN has confirmed that Governor Moore met with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries today to discuss this matter. Joe, as more Democrats join Republicans in these redistricting schemes, do you think the GOP is having any regrets? Because, look, redistricting's been going on for a long time, gerrymandering, blah, 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 but this round of it started with Trump pushing Texas to do it mid-decade.
No, Texas broke the dam, and I've said it on this show, I really wish they hadn't done that. I mean, we conservatives kind of like to see ourselves as rule followers, right? We're not ones to push the boundaries. We're not ones to kind of, break the mold, and we kind of did here. So we have really no one but ourselves to blame. It's especially ironic that it sounds like courts in Texas are stopping that redistricting, but that other blue states might to go ahead. So it really might come back to bite us now.
So the FCC, Karen, is warning TV broadcasters that daytime and late-night talk shows must give equal time to opposing political candidates to Republicans, not just Democrats. Jimmy Kimmel, who has obviously faced the wrath of the FCC, Brendan Carr, last year, he had some fun with this last night.
In honor of his anniversary, I invited President Trump to appear on our show tonight. FCC be damned. Unfortunately, his head was unavailable to talk, but we were able to book another part of his body. So please welcome President Trump's badly bruised right hand, everybody. Hello. Hello, President's hand.
Hello, America. It's me in the flesh.
So, thoughts?
So, yes, many thoughts.
You missed, by the way, we don't have. He had Marco Rubio putting hot dogs into the mouth.
I love it.
A Cankle made an appearance. I'll just say. Keep going. Anyway.
So let's start with the fact that, look, this president we know is very sensitive about these late night talk show monologues. But can I just say, I actually thought that putting the legal issues aside in terms of First Amendment rights and all that, that's all very serious. The other thought, I thought that this is a former communications staffer. When you make decisions about what shows you're going to put your person on and who's the right audience, and I sort of thought, you know what, if some of those Republicans showed up on some of these shows where they weren't necessarily in this friendly audience, like when they go on Fox, that actually could be good for Democrats, might help us raise money, because the more people see how outrageous some of the things that these people are saying, it might actually help us. So I don't know, maybe I'm for it.
I actually thought you were going to go in a different direction. Do you think that Republicans actually going into the quote-unquote lion's den could do them some good? Donald Trump, whatever people think about him, he can be disarming, he can be charming. I'm not saying that is his normal status, but he's capable of it.
One of the best things Trump did in the last election was go on Joe Rogan's show, which Kamala Harris did not. She refused to do it. So I think that shows that he does have the guts to go into unknown and sometimes even hostile territory. So I think it would do good for anyone to be able to kind of wade into that and show that they can exist beyond just friendly territory.
What do you think?
They used to. Look, Mitt Romney went on late night. Barbara Bush went on late night. I agree with you. I actually think if they have a sense of humor about themselves, a
lot of these guys have a charm, whether you like them or not, whether it is Hakeem Jeffries or Mike Johnson or J.D. Vance or Kamala Harris. They have a charm. Now, maybe people don't see in the other side, but it does exist. They're capable of channeling it.
I just think these shows are hard. It's hard not to think you can be funnier than the funny guy.
No, you don't try to be funny. You just try to be nice and effusive. Anyway, thanks everyone. He lost his parents in last year's plane crash near D.C., and now he's set to compete in the